All right, hello and welcome everybody to the special Sunday night webinar we have for Numis. I want to welcome everybody to the call and make sure that you guys can hear me okay. If you guys can hear me out there, please raise your hand and let me know my sound is coming through okay tonight. All right, Tommy, thank you. Hey, Stephen, thanks a lot. Richard, thank you. Peter, Pam, Nora, Maria, thanks a lot. Gary, Frank, Don, thank you. Colin, hey there, thank you. Alton, Elise, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. And again, welcome to this very special Sunday night training event. On Wednesday night, I did a special training for everybody on the Silver Premier Club, the untold story. One of the secrets we're going to reveal tonight is why your Silver Premier Club coin is worth $233. And there was a lot of people that weren't able to get on the webinar on Wednesday night, so we wanted to do it tonight, do a repeat, and make sure that everybody got a chance to see this information. You know, I'm very excited because tomorrow we get to leave on the Numis cruise. It's a cruise that people qualified for back a few months ago. We've got almost 100 people that are going to be on that week-long cruise to Jamaica and the Cayman Islands. If you are going on the cruise with us, raise your hand now. I put everybody's hand back down. If you're going on the cruise tomorrow with us, raise your hand if anybody's out there. You know, Jake, are you there?
I'm here, buddy. Can you hear me okay?
I think me and you may be the only ones that are going on the cruise that are on this webinar tonight. I think all of the cruisers are already in cruise mode.
They're in vacation mode. A lot of them are already down in Fort Lauderdale waiting for us to get down there tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, I see Timothy's here. Thanks, Timothy. All right, yeah, but I saw a lot of pictures on Facebook, and I know that you know, a lot of people are very excited about the trip. We're going on the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. It's an all-expenses-paid trip for all of our top leaders that won that cruise, and you didn't have to be a top leader to win it. It was actually open to anybody, and that's one of the things that we love to do here at Numis is we love to travel. We like to have fun. If you're the type of person, if you're a guest on this call tonight, and you're the type of person that likes to have fun and travel, you definitely should be taking a serious look at Numis because I think this is, Jake, what, our 8th incentive trip that we've been on in the 3.5 years?
You know, if I'm not mistaken, this is number 9. I think we just took 8 the last time. I think.
Okay, so this is actually number 9. I kind of lose track. We've been on so many now. But, you know, we went to Mexico last year on an all-inclusive vacation, and then we went on a trip, a cruise out of Tampa last year, and now we're turning around and going on another cruise this year. And, you know, they're just a lot of fun. I tell you, if you think vacationing is fun, try vacationing with 100 of your closest friends and see how much fun it is. I mean, it's just an absolute blast. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow, and we will be out of pocket for a week traveling all over the world. But we're going to talk to you tonight how to take advantage of this opportunity while we're out of town as well. We're going to go into some training on that as well tonight. So there's going to be some added content. If you were on Wednesday night's webinar, we're going to be covering a little bit more information here tonight on this webinar, and we'll also open it up to a Q&A session at the end. If you have any questions for either Jake or myself, we'll take some Q&A at the end of this webinar. But I call this training the Silver Premier Club the untold story because I think to understand how big the opportunity is here at Numis, to understand why you are absolutely in the right place at the right time, you kind of have to understand the whole history of our company, what our mission is, what our vision is for this company. And, you know, our mission is really to help people improve their financial lives with silver. And we do that through our Silver Premier Club. So I want to take you through a little bit of history about the club, how we started, and really how this entire segment of this industry, this $100 billion industry that we're part of, and I'm not talking about the network marketing industry, I'm talking about the collectible coin industry, how this segment got started. It was back in 1999. A lot of you guys can remember back that far when the big Y2K scare came about. You know, one of the things that we see all the time is when people are unsure of things, when people are afraid for the future, or you know, are a little skeptical about the future, they're always going to turn to gold and silver. And that was kind of the case in 1999 when everybody was scared about Y2K and that, you know, all the computers were going to blow up and the networks were going to go down and all of your money was going to be sucked out of your electronic bank account. A lot of people ran out and bought gold and silver more than ever before. And at that point, our partners that we're in business with here at Numis, our partners, our strategic partners that work with us, they actually graded and certified the first modern issue coins right after Y2K, right after the big demand went up for the modern issue coins. And they started marketing these coins on television. A lot of people thought they were crazy. You know, a lot of times when you're a pioneer, you're doing something for the first time, people think you're crazy or think it won't work. Well, from 2000 to 2005, our partners actually sold millions of dollars worth of graded certified coins on television for the very first time. So the product that we market at Numis, one of the things that you have to realize is that this is a fairly new product. This modern issue certified graded coins has not been around but for 12 years. So it's a fairly new product. When you look at collectible coins, you know, people have been collecting coins for over 2,000 years. But this particular segment has really not only is it brand new, but collectors absolutely love the modern issue coins, and it has actually become the fastest growing segment of the numismatic industry. If you don't know what numismatic means, that simply means collectible coins. Numismatic, numis means money, numismatic means collectible money, and that's what we do is we collect money here at Numis Network. And you know, it's really the perfect product for network marketing. So our partner, I think this is a little bit out of order. Oh, talk about our partners that graded and certified was Keith Glove is one of our partners, also Mike Mezak. A lot of you guys have heard a lot about Mike Mezak. I'm not going to talk a lot about Mike tonight, but I want to give you a background about Keith because a lot of people, you don't see Keith out there as much. He's not on our videos like Mike is. But Keith graduated from the University of Colorado with a dual emphasis in finance and marketing, has over 27 years of experience in the rare coin business. He's internationally known and respected wholesaler and grader of rare coins. And that's one of the keys about Keith and our strategic alliance with him is that he is not only a wholesaler, he's a grader. He actually is one of the most well-known graders in the world of rare coins. He was one of the youngest people ever in the history of coin grading to pass the grader's exam. He was a former grader and authenticator for a company called PCGS for many years. He went on to start his own company. He also contributed to the Annex coin grading set, which simply is a set that they use to keep the standards for each and every grade. So Keith contributed to that coin grading set at Annex. He started his own company in 1997 called ICG. It's today considered one of the top 4 coin grading companies in the world. He later sold that company, but ICG, when Keith was there, was considered one of the top grading companies in the world. He also was an instructor and developer of the ANA curriculum on advanced coin grading. Coin dealers traveled from all over the world to Colorado College for this sold-out one-week course that Keith developed the curriculum for and actually taught. He's been a guest lecturer for numismatic classes at the University of Texas. He has consulted with the Secret Service in exposing counterfeit United States platinum coins being sold on internet auction sites. One of the things that we like about our coins is that they're certified and graded. It means that they are going to be authenticated to make sure that they're not counterfeit. A lot of times when you're buying stuff on the internet from certain websites, you really don't know what you're getting. We'll talk a little bit about that a little later on in the training. Keith was actually selected to grade and authenticate the Reed collection by the Western Heritage Museum. This included rarities such as the Parmelee specimen of the 1804 dollar. This one coin was valued at over $4 million. When you're selected to grade that coin, obviously you're one of the best graders in the world. Keith also has written articles published by many of the rare coin periodicals on subjects such as the 1804 dollar and also Keith was one of the guys that recognized that there was evidence of a specimen striking on the Sacagawea dollar. That's a whole other story we'll talk about on another training. But when the Sacagawea dollar came out, there was some rare specimen coins out there, and Keith recognized it and wrote some articles on that. It was debated for a long time, but the experts finally came out on Keith's side for recognizing that specimen striking in the Sacagawea dollar. So the reason I give you this background tonight is so that you know that our partners that we're in business with, not only are they experts in the field of numismatics, but they bring a lot to the table for our partnership here at Numis. So let's get back to the history lesson. In 2006, it was the 20th anniversary Silver and Gold Eagle sets came out in 2006. In 1986, Ronald Reagan signed into law the American Silver Eagle. You were talking about it the other day, Jake. You had a picture of it. Where did you have that picture at?
Yeah, I posted it up on Facebook. It was actually a picture of him signing that back in 1986.
The Liberty Coin Act.
Liberty Coin Act, and it was just a picture of him that I found on Facebook. Or actually, somebody else posted it up, and I shared it on my page as well.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, in 1986, Ronald Reagan, he was a big believer in gold and silver. And there was an actual opportunity for us back then to actually go back to the gold standard, and Ronald Reagan was a big believer in the gold standard, but he wanted Americans to own gold and silver again, and he saw that most people were buying their gold coins from South Africa, and South Africa was getting rich selling coins to the American public, and Ronald Reagan said, hey, why don't we just sell coins to the American public and start minting gold and silver eagles? So that happened in 1986. It's actually on law on the books that the mint has to mint enough coins to keep up with demand in the United States. So that's why you see like silver eagles last year, they minted over 33 million silver eagles because that's how big the demand has grown for that specific coin around the world. So 2006 was the 20th anniversary of that signing, and the Mint came out with the 20th anniversary silver and gold eagle set. Now that also coincided with the huge increase in price of gold and silver. So we saw this huge demand start to increase for modern issue coins, just absolutely started to explode. And what we then found was a lot of the top tier graders that were not in the market started entering the market and grading some of these modern issue coins. So in 2007, 2008, silver and gold demand continued to rise, and then in 2008, the financial crisis hit. And you know, Jake, talk a little bit about us founding Numis and why the 2008 financial crisis played such a huge role in our vision of founding this company.
Well, like we talk about all the time, you know, in 2008, we all know what happened to the economy. I mean, people were devastated, not just in this country, but really all over the world, and it happened very, very quickly. And, you know, I can remember back then, you know, I'd sold my company in 2007, and you and Ian and myself, we came together and we were looking to start a new business, and we knew we wanted to stay in this industry because that's where we've been our entire lives. It was just a matter of, you know, what was the right product? What was the product that was going to help people the most? And, you know, it's tough. I mean, there's 5,000 network marketing companies out there, and they all pretty much have the same exact type of products, you know, consumables, a lot of service-oriented products, weight loss, nutritional products, skincare products. So we wanted to do something different, and it was when the financial crisis hit and we saw our personal friends being, you know, devastated financially, that's when we knew that we could help people with silver and gold, because we all know that anytime the economy is suffering and the dollar is declining, that's when silver and gold do the best, and I don't think we could have hit it any better, quite honestly, Chris, but it was because of that, you know, that crisis that we saw in 2008 that prompted us to take a real serious look at bringing silver and gold to the network marketing industry.
That's exactly right. And, if your mission is to improve people's financial health, which that really was our mission at Numis, then there's no better product than gold and silver. And, silver, what we've seen just in the short period of time that we've been in business, when we started Numis, silver was about $13 per ounce. Today, silver is over $30 an ounce. And we think that this is the best product that you possibly could have in this industry if you're truly concerned with helping people get ahead financially. Not only can you make money from our business opportunity, but you're literally starting a precious metal savings account for you and your family. And long term, there's no other product in our industry that's going to help you financially like ours. So we were very excited. We launched Numis in 2009. And, if you look at what our product really is, yes, it's silver, but what we're going to talk to you tonight about is specifically the Silver Premier Club, why the timing is perfect right now for Numis, what our vision was when we started the Silver Premier Club, and really why the Silver Premier Club is different from anything else out there on the market today. First of all, if you talk about timing, Jake, I think if you look at opportunities out there in our industry today and just opportunities in general, I believe personally that timing is the most important thing that you want to look at. And from our company standpoint, there's so many different things that really make this opportunity the right timing. Why don't you talk a little bit about some of those?
Well, first of all, we just talked about it, silver and gold. The timing for that couldn't be better right now. Everywhere you turn, people are talking about silver and gold. It's in every newspaper, magazine. It's on the radio. It's on TV. All the financial channels are talking about silver and gold. So it's on the top of everyone's mind right now. And as you said, just in a few short years, we've seen the price of silver since we've started this company more than double. So I would say the timing for the product is perfect. But when you look at our company, when you look at any company in the network marketing industry, and you go back to what Peter Drucker talks about in his book, and you talk about the S-curve in any business and being involved at the right time and finding a company and positioning yourself before what is referred to as critical mass or momentum. And, depending on who you talk to, everybody's got a different number as to what this, critical mass really is. But let's just say it's somewhere around $50 million. Somewhere around $50 million a year in annual sales, your company, your brand, your product starts to become a household name. And Peter Drucker talks about positioning yourself before that happens. And we all know that, for those of you out there that do know people that have been in the network marketing industry and done very well, they were positioned with that particular company early on before momentum. Chris, I was just tonight before we got on this call, I was on the phone for about 30 minutes with Jeff Roberti down in Sarasota, and I was talking to him, and a lot of people know Jeff. He's made $70 million. Actually, he's up to almost $75 million in commissions now with another company. He's been there for about almost 25 years. But you think about that's crazy money, right? I mean, and there's a lot of people in this industry that have done that. But every single person that had that opportunity that Jeff did to make that type of money, they were positioned early on in the game. And I know he joined the company that he's with right around when they were about less than $10 million per year in annual sales. So whether it's the company or the product, either one that we're talking about, I'm not sure the timing could be any better right now for what we have. And I think timing is probably the most crucial, most important factor you need to consider when you consider any business opportunity.
Well, there's no doubt about it that the people that time things right do very well. When I look at companies like Microsoft, and my brother worked for a company still works for a company called Cisco, but when he started with that company, he started with it at the right place at the right time about 18 years ago, and he couldn't have been in a better place at the right time. And than that, and when Ian and I started our first company in this industry, it was in the telecommunications industry, and it was back in 1994. Well, if you remember back in 1994, that's when telecommunications was just starting to boom, and it boomed for about 5 years all the way to 1999. And if you were in telecommunications, you did very, very well. We had the same thing happen in real estate from probably 2002 to 2006 for about a 5-year period. And timing is really critical in any type of opportunity. And also when you're looking at companies, you want to make sure, number one, startups are usually very risky. I know you talk about that a lot, is that if you're getting involved with a company that's just getting started, most companies don't last 2 years. That's just the facts. That's just statistics. And our company's been around for 3.5 years, and I think 2013 is really going to prove to be a breakout year. We've got some really exciting announcements that we're going to be making on the cruise that we'll be bringing to you guys when we get back. And guys, this $10 million free silver giveaway is just unbelievable how it's been working. We're going to talk a little bit about that during this presentation tonight as well. But let's talk about the Silver Premier Club and really what our vision was for that product. When I was developing that with Ian and Jake and our partner Keith Love, one of the things that we wanted to do when we were looking at the Silver Premier Club is we wanted to kind of look at the past of what had been successful, which coins in the past had gone up the most in value over time. So we wanted to look at past performance to pick out the coins that we thought would go up the most in value over time in the future. And it's kind of like I tell people, I said, we pick out coins the way I look at stocks. Is it a good stock? How has it performed in the past? Is the company well run? What's the earnings? Well, that's the kind of what we look at when we look at coins and how they do. We also wanted to look at coins that had limited mintage. We knew that coins that have limited mintages, that they tend to go up more than than other coins that have unlimited mintages. So you'll see us have coins like the every single year. If you're part of the Silver Premier Club, you're going to get limited mintage coins like the Silver Panda from China, like the Britannia from the UK, like the Mexican Libertad. These are coins that are unlike the Silver Eagle from the US mint. These coins are not minted in unlimited quantities. They're always limited mintages on these coins. We also wanted to get coins that no one else has. We wanted to get coins that you just couldn't find out there in the marketplace, because what we found over time is if you could identify coins that no one else has and that only our members have, that there will become a demand for those coins if you can get them into the marketplace. So, for instance, I'm just going to give you one example from last year. We were literally the first company to bring out to the marketplace the Armenian Noah's Ark coin. And if you were fortunate enough to get that coin, go out and try to find a Noah's Ark MS-70 coin today. Good luck. I mean, the only people that were able to get those coins were people that were members of our Silver Premier Club. So we look for coins that are very difficult to find, low mintages, and then we look to build collections within your Silver Premier Club, build them in sets. Because if you're not real familiar with coin collecting and really what can add value and add an increase in value in your collection will be sets of coins instead of individual coins. So, for instance, every single year, as part of the Silver Premier Club, you will get that American Silver Eagle. So if you're a member for 5 years, you'll have 5 straight years of 2013, of 2014 through 15, 16, 17. You'll have 5 years of the American Silver Eagle. But you'll also have 5 years of the UK Britannia, the Mexican Libertad, the Chinese Panda, the Australian Kookaburra, and the Koala. So you're going to collect in sets, because when you collect in sets, it adds more value to your collection. So all of these things were really looked at when we were developing the club. We put a lot of thought into how could we make this club more valuable than just going and purchasing a coin out there on the internet from somebody. Now, the Silver Premier Club is different than any other club out there because we have things here that you can't get anywhere else. We have number one, the Keith Love Signature Series. You heard us talk a lot about Keith tonight. One of the things that Keith does is he brings to the table the ability to get rare coins and coins that you can't find anywhere else. Well, we bring these coins to our members with special opportunities about once every other month. The end of this month, we'll have our next Keith Love Signature Series coin out, and you'll have an opportunity to buy this coin. Now, not only are these coins hard to find, but you have the opportunity, if you're a member of the Silver Premier Club, to buy these coins at wholesale pricing, literally at prices that you cannot find anywhere else on the internet, at retail sites, anywhere. So that's a huge benefit, and that's really what makes the Silver Premier Club different than anything else out there, are the benefits. You know, Jake, one of the other things that we obviously do is the family fun time. This is something that we added last year, and I know this is something that really the kids out there that are part of our company that get the coins, they absolutely love this part of the program.
Well, I mean, you know, we've said many times, if you're going to, you know, like our mission says, we want to help people financially with silver. It's an education process with adults, and it's an education process with the kids. But, you know, we've got to get the future generations involved now, and this Family Fun Time Guide is, you know, it's a lot of fun. Kids enjoy it, but it also teaches them the value of money. It teaches them the value of building assets. It teaches them about silver. So it's just a fun way to get parents engaged with kids and actually take our product and use it to, you know, to have some fun in the family and educate the kids on what we're doing. And I can't, you know, you think about it, Chris, I don't know of another product in the network marketing industry that you could even do this with. So it's unique in that aspect that we do have something that can be engaging for the entire family, but yet at the same time be an educational experience for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that if we're going to change the world, it's got to start with the kids. If we're going to change this country's habits of always being in debt, it's got to start with the kids, and we got to start them on the savings. You know, that's one of the things that I noticed in studying the financial markets and studying finance for over 25 years is that we don't save the way our parents used to. You know, my parents used to save 25% of everything they made. Most people used to save 30%. 40% of what they make, and that just isn't the case anymore. So this is absolutely an educational process, teaching the kids about precious metals, about savings. And one of the things you're going to see in 2013 is a little bit of a shift in the Silver Bulletin and its role that it plays with the Silver Premier Club and becoming a little bit more financially centered around financial advice and helping people improve their financial health. So not only is the Silver Bulletin going to still include some fun facts about the coin, we're also going to have some financial news in there as well, and some stuff about silver and gold and really how to protect your financial interests in these times that we live in. And then the other thing is our Refer 3, Get 1 Free. This is obviously very unique in that you can actually get your silver coin from Numis each and every month for free simply by referring 3 other people to the club. And that's really our goal here, is to help you improve your financial health by getting silver, not paying for it, but getting it for free. You know, some people are worried about, well, is silver going to go up or is it going to go down? Guys, if you're getting it for free, you don't care. This is just something you're going to put away for the long term. But refer 3 people, get yours free. And then, of course, the one that I don't have up here, and probably the biggest one, I don't know if it's on the next slide or not, is the 5-year buyback guarantee. You know, the 5-year buyback guarantee literally eliminates all risk for being part of our club. If you get our coin each and every month, we guarantee that in 5 years we will give you 100% of the price that you paid for that coin if you'd like to return it to us. So there's actually no downside in being a member of the Silver Premier Club. And, you know, Jake, I don't know anything else out there today that you could buy that you could be guaranteed that in 5 years you could get 100% of your money back, other than maybe I don't know, an annuity or a bond or something like that. But there's certainly not much out there in the asset class as far as real estate or stocks or anything like that you could put your money into, or even the U.S. dollar. You couldn't be guaranteed that the U.S. dollar is going to be worth what it is today 5 years from now, right?
Well, no, you can be guaranteed that it's going to be worth less than it is right now. But you're right. I mean, annuities, I'm not even sure about bonds. Chris, my dad was a pretty conservative investor, as you know, and he had a job his whole life. He never made, a lot of money, but he was a very diligent saver and created some financial independence for himself. But, I can remember he lost a bunch of money in a little company called Lehman Brothers, and he had a bond. He was a bond holder in Lehman Brothers. So even bonds aren't guaranteed. A lot of annuities are guaranteed, assuming that the insurance company backing them up is going to be in business. But yeah, you're right. It's a unique situation that we have. Certainly, clearly, there's not another product in the entire network marketing industry that could make this guarantee. It wouldn't be possible, because all products, eventually in a very short period of time expire and they're no good. So it is very, very unique that we actually have a product that we can guarantee the price of that product for 5 years.
And that leads me to what really makes our coins the best coins in the world. And when people are comparing our coins out there to other coins, I say, well, here's the reason they're the best coins in the world. Number one, you can get them for free. Well, it's just pretty darn impossible to beat free. Number two, they have a 5-year buyback guarantee. Even on the free coins, by the way, if you get a coin for free and you want to return it to us in 5 years, we'll give you the price that people paid that month for the coin. So the 5-year buyback guarantee does go for the free coins as well. And then the tax advantages. Jake, I tell people that, I don't believe there's a better way to save money on your taxes than owning a home-based business. When my family last weekend, we went down to Miami for my daughter's soccer tournament. She had a New Year's soccer tournament down in Miami. We drove down, round trip, about 600 miles. While I was down there, I went to dinner with one of our top representatives. We did some planning for the new year, talked business, did some masterminding, some training and stuff, and I was able to not only write off that trip, but I was able to write off, obviously, that meal as entertainment. But I got lucky because Ray Higdon actually bought me dinner that night.
Well, he was able to write it off.
He was able to write it off for sure. But Jake, the next day my daughter had a game, and I was able to meet a prospect down there for one of our reps and have coffee with him at Starbucks and spend about an hour talking to him. And that family soccer trip now became a business trip. Right. And I conducted 2 different business meetings while I was down there in Miami, which really turned that entire trip into a business meeting, and I was able to pretty much write the whole thing off. So, one of the things that I believe is one of the biggest advantages of being a NUMUS representative are the tax advantages that you get by being part of our company. There's not too much that you can't write off if you do it the right way and you keep proper records. And I'm not giving any tax advice here tonight, but I'll tell you that there's a lot of things that you can write off when you own your own home-based business, and people are literally wasting at least $20 to probably $50 a day by not having their own home-based business.
Yeah, in fact, it's Diane Kennedy and many other tax experts that are part of the network marketing home-based business arena talk about this all the time. And the best way to illustrate it, Chris, is if you don't own a home-based business, just imagine walking out your front door every single day, and as you say, it's a minimum of $20, but perhaps as much as $50 per day. Just imagine taking that $20 bill each and every day, crumbling it up, and tossing it into the garbage or tossing it out the window on the way to work. No one would do that. No one would throw $20 a day away, but yet that's exactly what people are doing every single day by not having some sort of a business. And, it just so happens that the home-based business arena is set up in such a way that the average ordinary person can get it started for just, less than $500. You're in business. There's not many businesses that you can start to have these tax advantages for that little money. So it's it's a huge benefit of what we do, and a huge benefit of Numis, as it is with any network marketing company. Quite honestly, it's the tax advantages. You got to have your own business to start saving money in taxes.
And one of the things that makes our business so unique is our product, because in the home-based business industry, I'm not going to go into a lot of details about this tonight, guys, but one of the things about the home-based business industry is you have to show an effort to make a profit to get these tax write-offs. And just by owning our product, you are showing intent to make a profit, because your profit motive is our product. You have an expectation that that coin will go up in value over time, and you will make a capital gain. So very, very unique here at Numis compared to other home-based businesses out there where you don't have those same type of advantages. So I want to talk a little bit about, now that you know why our coins are better than any others, I want to talk a little bit about grading companies real quick. In the industry of the numismatic industry, you have several grading companies. Again, modern issue coins are the fastest growing segment of the numismatic industry. You've got Annex. Annex is the first and oldest coin grading company in the country, and we use Annex for a lot of our grading services. We also have coins from PCGS and NGC as well. The great thing about these grading companies that I like is all three of these companies have the same guarantee that as long as your coin is when one of their holders and it has not been damaged or opened, they guarantee the grade on that coin for as long as you have it. Numis has a large selection of coins from all three of these grading companies. That question gets asked sometimes about the grading companies, and we carry coins from all three of them. Now, how does Numis compare in the market? When I do a comparison for new reps, I usually go out to these websites, because a lot of people in network marketing, one of the things that happens is that there are many times in our industry, the products are much, much more expensive than you could find out there in the retail world. And that's certainly not the case at Numis. And I like to point it out by showing these websites. Here we have govmint.com, franklinmint.com, shopnbc, HSN. These are just four of the websites that I like to use as examples of other big-time retailers that sell our coins. Yeah, okay. I want to make sure my screen shows. I want to do something real quick, Jake. I want to go out to a couple of these sites, because I want to show people exactly what I'm talking about when, let's see, let's start with, not that one. Let's start with this one. Here's Shop NBC. Can you see that okay, Jake?
I can. Yeah, I can see it up here.
So if you look at Shop NBC, and obviously NBC, pretty big company, and they sell MS70 coins on their website. And, Jake, our Silver Premier Club is, depending on the price of silver, anywhere between $99 to $119 a month. Right now it's $119 based on the price of silver today for MS70. But you'll see coins here on Shop NBC that are MS70 silver coins. Here's one for $157. Here's another one for $157. Here's the Chinese. This is the same silver coin that our members got last year for $119, is for sale on Shop NBC for $174. So when you look at the retail market, and one of the things that I like to point out to people, Jake, is I like to tell people, do you think that Shop NBC is pricing these coins not to sell? Right. They're obviously a major retailer. They price these coins to sell, not to sit on their shelf and gather dust. They want to sell the coins, and they price them to sell. So when you look at these coins, here's a Silver Eagle for $123. Here's a Silver Eagle MS70 for $174. This is just one of the major retailers out there, Shop NBC. Let's take a look at, I want to bring up another one. where is, oh, here it is. This is GovMint. Now, GovMint is one of the largest retailers of modern issue coins on the internet. I tell people, you know, when you look at people that did a great job in acquiring their URL, this company probably is right up there with one of the top companies to ever acquire a URL, because people go to this website really believing, Jake, that this is the U.S. Mint.
Right, I know. You know, in fact, I remember the first time I went there, I thought it was the United States government, but, you know, obviously it would be .org, I suppose, if it was the government. But it is a very tricky website, and most people do believe that it is tied into the U.S. Mint.
Yeah, and so literally this coin, this retail site sells hundreds of millions of dollars of coins, and look at some of the prices that they charge. Here's a 2013 Silver Eagle, you know, $119. Here's a 2008, $149. A 2012, our members got this last year for $119, $149. In fact, this was our coin just a couple of months ago, $149. Ours was $119. Here's another one for $149. And you will see, you know, I'd like to point out a couple of coins on here for people that have been with us quite a while. Here's a 2001 Silver Buffalo for $1,100. We sold this same coin to our members for $399. Same exact coin.
Yeah, and let me just add, you know, to what you're saying here. You know, you're pointing out some examples of where some very competitively priced products are right up there, you know, selling their products for less than we are and doing quite well. But, you know, what's interesting is all of these companies that you're pointing out that are selling the same products, as you say, for the same price and in many cases more, none of them offer a 5-year buyback guarantee.
Absolutely not. They don't offer a 5-year buyback guarantee. They don't give you a opportunity to make money with it. They don't give you the opportunity to get it for free. You know, there's so many advantages of the Silver Premier Club that these coins that you buy online, you have none of those advantages, zero. So you get all the benefits of the Silver Premier Club, and you get it at a lower price than many of the retail, some of the biggest retail outlets on the internet charge. Here's an example of Home Shopping Network. Our good friend Mike Mezak, he sells hundreds of millions of dollars of coins every single year on the Home Shopping Network. Here is the 2003 Koala for $139. Our members will get that same exact coin for $119. Here's the Kookaburra for $139. Our members will get that same coin for $119. Just an example of what they're selling for on Home Shopping Network. Our members are going to get it for a lot cheaper and get the buyback guarantee and get the opportunity to get it for free. All of the benefits that you get with the Silver Premier Club. So one of the things I want to point out on this webinar tonight is that, guys, we may not be the lowest priced product in the entire world. We're never going to be. But compared to many other network marketing companies out there, our product is so much more competitively priced than the major retailers. It's not even close, and none of them have all of the benefits that you get as part of the Silver Premier Club. So let's talk about this. This is a common question that I get, Jake, is where in the world, in fact, I got this from a gentleman tonight, where can I sell my coins? Where do I sell them? And, you know, I talk about coins kind of like any other asset that you were going to sell, whether it was a car or a home. You know, where would you sell your car? Most people would go to Auto Trader or, you know, take it down and trade it in. And, you know, it depends on, so what are you going to get for your car when you sell it? Well, it depends if you find the right buyer, right? If you put your car on the market tomorrow and you want to sell it to the very first person that comes around, you're probably not going to get as good a price as if you wait to find the right buyer. So there's a few websites out there that you can go and sell your coins. These are two of my favorite, Teletrade and Great Collections. Really, really good websites. You might want to write these down, guys, because a lot of people want to know, where do I sell my coins if I need to sell them before the 5 years, that the company's going to give me 100% of my money back for them. Well, here's the place that you can sell them. Teletrade, great collections. There's also readitedge.com and davidlawrence.com as well. These are all internet sites that allow you to either sell them directly or to auction them off to the right buyer. You can put minimum prices on there. You know, Jake, a lot of talk out there, a lot of things about eBay, and you know, I personally don't like eBay for a couple of reasons. The number one being that I'm never really sure what I'm going to get and what type of guarantee it has. And I think that's one thing that I'd like to get across to all of our representatives out there tonight that are on this call is that, you know, people don't just shop price. People want a guarantee. They want to know who they're buying from. They want to know that it's not a counterfeit and that the company's going to stand behind that coin and have a guarantee. And that's one of the things that I think is the biggest advantage that we offer is not only all the benefits, but that we give a double guarantee, not only from the grading company, but also from Numis as well.
Right. And, you know, Chris, you can find anything on eBay for less money. I mean, it's a discount auction site. I mean, people expect to buy things at a discount there. It's people that generally are trying to make a quick buck. And, you know, the fact is, what I tell people all the time, if, you know, if anybody ever asks me about eBay, you know what, guys, here's the truth. You cannot find what we sell on eBay. You cannot find the Silver Premier Club on eBay. You're not going to get the Silver Bulletin when you buy a coin on eBay. You're not going to get the Family Fun Time. You're not going to get the 5-year buyback guarantee. You're not going to get the guarantee from us, you know, the 30-day guarantee in the very beginning. You're not going to get that or the 5-year buyback guarantee. And as you've mentioned many times, Chris, there's a lot of, you know, we've seen evidence of, especially since silver has increased so much in the last few years, a lot of fraudulent coins on eBay. So I'm with you. I would never go to eBay to sell a coin. I would never go to eBay to buy a coin. You know, I'd go to one of the more legitimate auction sites. And there's a lot of products that you're fine buying on eBay. Okay, if you're buying a consumable product, pretty much is what it is. If you're buying a brand, you can go there and you can pretty well know it is what it is. But the fact is, you know, you got to be careful when you're shopping on eBay, and you can't find what we sell anyway.
Absolutely. Well, you know, Jake, I think that we only scheduled an hour for this webinar, so I got to speed it up so we get through the rest of everything that I wanted to cover tonight, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of time left. But I believe that GoToWebinar is actually going to cut us off after an hour. I'll stay right up until the time it cuts us off, but it's telling me 8 minutes now. So I want to get to the point that I wanted to make about this webinar. This webinar was how your Silver Premier Club coin is actually worth $233. And to understand that, first of all, you have to understand how we get an MS-70. How, as an average collector, if you wanted to get an MS-70 coin, what would you have to do to get that MS-70? Now, we know that you can go out to HSN, you can go out to Shop NBC, and you can pay anywhere from $139 to $174 when you buy it from one of those big retail outlets. But what if you wanted to create your own MS-70? As a collector, what would it take? How would you get that MS-70 coin if you were just going to create it yourself? Well, first of all, you'd have to go out and get 10 coins or more, but let's just use the number 10 for this example purposes. So the cost of the coins would be about $33 today. So 10 times $33 is $330. Now the grading fees, if you got a discount, if you're a Numis rep, you can get Annex to grade those coins for $15. It's usually $15 to $20 for a grading fee. But if you're a member with Numis, Annex will actually give you a discount of $15. That's kind of their bulk grading fee. So you're going to spend about $150 on grading fees. Now, you're going to pay for shipping and insurance to get the coins out there and to get them back. That's going to be about $50. So your total cost is $530. Now, out of those 10 coins, on average, about 10% of them are going to grade MS-70, or about 1 out of 10. So that means that the 9 that did not grade MS-70, you can sell them back to the market as bullion. That'd be about $297 worth of silver bullion that you would sell back. And that would mean that one MS-70 that you created would be $233 that it would cost you to create that one MS-70 coin. Now, a lot of people say, well, if it costs $233 to create it, then how do you guys sell it for $119? That's real simple. We don't pay $15 for every coin we get graded. We have a different bulk grading agreement with Annex, and we were able to get that agreement because we piggybacked with Mike Mezak's agreement that he has with them, where he grades literally hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of coins every single year. So it's all about volume, just like how does Walmart sell stuff for 3% over cost? Well, it's volume. It's simply volume, and that's what we're talking about here with our coins. We deal in such large quantities and huge volumes that we are able to get the grading fees down to where we can sell the coins at $119 and still make a nice profit so that we can share in that revenue and that profit with our representatives. So that's how your coins are really worth $233, and you certainly can see them out there selling in the retail market for anywhere from $139 to $174. And many of the older coins that some of our reps have gotten are selling for more than that today. So that's how you can get a value of $233 for your Silver Premier Club coins. Now, I want to do a little bit of advanced training with you guys real quick in the short time we have left, and I want to teach you tonight how to become bulletproof in your Numis business. The way you do that, the way you become bulletproof is to go out and get 3 customers. I call it 3, 2, 1, but we're going to talk about customers first, and that's get 3 customers. If you're getting your coin for free, there's no objection that you can't overcome. It makes all objections immediately obsolete, no matter what somebody says about eBay, what somebody says about selling the coins, the price, what their broker thinks, anything. If you're getting coins for free, there's no objection that you can't overcome. In fact, Jake, what do you tell people that have some objection that ask you about, hey, I saw this coin for sale over here for this price?
Well, we just talked about a few of them. A lot of the things you don't get. I mean, we're selling the Silver Premier Club, and people are always talking about finding a particular coin. So it's really, you can't even compare the two. But the biggest part is
let me stop you. Here's what I was looking for. The objection that the way to overcome objections that you learned 25 or 30 years ago in this business. I don't know about.
No, I don't know about all that. Here's what I would say. Look, I don't know about all that. All I know is I'm getting my coin for free.
That's right.
Right. So if you get your coin for free, if you get your 3 customers, you're bulletproof. And no matter what the price objection is, you can say, don't know about all that. All I know is I'm getting my coin for free.
Guys, make sure you write that one down. I don't know about all that. All I know is I'm getting my coins for free. Now, if you're not getting your coins for free yet, then you just tweak that a little bit and say, I don't know about all that. All I know is I can get my coins for free, okay, until you're actually getting them for free, and then you change it back to I'm getting my coins for free. But that is the one simple line to use to overcome all objections. Now let's talk about number 2, 2 reps. Guys, if you're brand new in this business and you haven't got your first 2 reps, get your first 2 reps in 30 days. That's going to get you Silver Eagle qualified. If you've already been in the business more than 30 days, you want to get 2 reps in the next 30 days. In the next 30 days, I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. And then number 1, the 3, 2, 1 is your accelerator kit. Purchase the accelerator set. Teach your team to do the same, and you will propel yourself and your team through the compensation plan 10 times faster. The accelerator kit has 500 BV on it. Literally is going to put you and propel you through the compensation plan 10 times faster. If you haven't bought your accelerator kit yet, you'll definitely want to get that. Now, that's the 3, 2, 1. 3 customers, 2 reps, 1 accelerator to get you started. Now, I want you guys to understand that if you want to be successful in 2013, you've got to focus on your daily method of operation, your DMO. It is a numbers game. You've got to go through those numbers, and it's easier than ever before with our $10 million free silver giveaway. Your opportunity to participate in this silver giveaway has never been greater than it is right now, because for those of you who don't know, I'm going to tell you tonight, we have something going on right now. We have a $25,000 in free silver that we're giving away in the next 5 weeks. And if you want to get on the leaderboard, there's never been a better time than right now. All of the top distributors, all of the top recruiters are going to be on a cruise for the next 7 days. And your opportunity to move up that leaderboard and get into the top 5 is going to be in the next 7 days. Also, think about this. Every single week, we're having a drawing for $1,000 in free silver over the next 5 weeks. The first week ends tonight. The second week starts tomorrow. And I'm going to go out here to Numis Nation. Guys, here is the $25,000 in free silver that we're giving away in the next 5 weeks. And we're doing, number one, the top recruiter. We're giving away $10,000 in free silver to the top 5 recruiters who get the most executives in the next 5 weeks. Number 2 is the top recruiters who get their new attendees to the NET event in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. So not only do you want to recruit people, you want to get them to the NET event. And then the silver drawings. Guys, you want to get in these silver drawings, and the way you do that is recruit new executives. I think I'm going to lose everybody here, Jake, but I want to thank everybody for being here. Guys, get to the NET event in Dallas, Texas. Jake, are we still on?
Yeah, you're still on.
Okay, because I'm getting a timer up here that says we're out. Guys, if you guys can still hear me out there, raise your hand, because I want to do a little Q&A tonight if we have time. If you guys can still hear me, raise your hand real quick. All right, I'm still coming through. Awesome. We're going to do a Q&A then. I guess just because I went over time, it's okay. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is whatever you do in 2013, you do not want to miss the NET team event in Dallas, Texas, February 8th through the 10th. We have opened this up to any executive in Numis Network to come to the February 8th and 9th event. Any executive can come to the 8th and 9th. We're going to have a special VIP dinner on the 9th. All you have to do to earn your way to the special VIP dinner is enroll 1 new executive. And then we're going to have a NET team training event with Mr. Larry Thompson on February 10th. It's going to be, the training is just going to be for the NET team. To get into that training, number one, you can qualify for the NET team by enrolling 4 new executives, or B, you can get in there by simply enrolling 2 executives, and you'll be a guest at that training event on the 10th. Jake, talk a little bit about why it's important to be in Dallas February 8th through the 10th, and a little bit about Larry and his background and what people are going to get at this event on February 8th through the 10th.
Well, first of all, you want to be part of these NET team events. I mean, it's very important. If you're serious about Numis, you want to be part of the NET team and be plugged into what the National Expansion Team is doing. And the only way you can do that is to qualify. So that's the most important part. But beyond that, you have an opportunity to spend a couple of days up close and personal and really get to know Larry Thompson, who, in my opinion, has created, well, it's not my opinion, Chris, this is an absolute fact, has created more millionaires out of average, ordinary people than any other person in this entire industry. And you know, that's what I was talking to someone earlier tonight before this call about this that was trained directly by Larry and brought up in the industry by Larry. And I mentioned him a minute ago, he's made almost $75 million in his career in network marketing. And Larry has, you know, has a way of really, I think, taking what we do, taking this industry, taking, you know, the strategies and tactics that it takes and breaking them down and explaining them in a very, very simple way. And, you know, and getting people to go out and take self-responsibility and take responsibility for your own success. And he's, you know, you and I brought him on board about, I guess it's been 7 months ago. We met with him a couple years in Dallas and a couple years ago in Dallas and talked to him about working with us. And now he's on board. He's coaching you and I personally, and now we've sort of expanded that out to the entire company. And you have an opportunity to take advantage of this. I mean, here's an individual that literally with Mark Hughes started Herbalife International out of the trunk of his car. Now, that's a $5.3 billion industry today, and this is the individual responsible for putting that organization in place and training those representatives over all those years. So it's just, you know, if you really want to make a difference in your life and you want to, you know, make 2013 your best year ever, you want to create some financial independence, for you and your family, I would do whatever I had to do to take a few small steps. And it's not a big deal. We've made it very easy for people to qualify, but take those few small steps and get qualified for the national expansion team and plug in to the training that we're offering through Larry Thompson. I promise you it'll make a huge impact in your business.
Absolutely, and we're looking forward to it, guys. We're going to be on a cruise for 7 days. Wish you were all going to be there with us. I want to open up the opportunity now for anybody out there that has questions. We're going to take a few minutes. I know this webinar kind of ran long tonight, but hopefully you got some really good information tonight. And I want to answer a question that was actually typed into me from a gentleman out there. He said, my financial planner says gold and silver has reached its peak. What indicators are there that show silver increasing? Well, this is all a matter of opinion, but, there's a lot of fundamentals that have caused gold and silver to go up for the last 12 straight years. And the fundamentals that have caused gold and silver to go up for 12 straight years are still intact, and they're probably stronger than ever before. One of the things that I've done is study the financial markets for the last 20 or so years. I traded the currency market for 6 years, and when I look at the fundamentals, and that's what I base my investments on, and I'm not giving anybody investment advice tonight, but I'm going to tell you, here's what I believe are the fundamentals that cause gold and silver to go up. Number one, the U.S. dollar going down in value. If there's anybody on here tonight that believes that Ben Bernanke printing 85 billion brand new U.S. dollars every single month is going to cause the dollar to go up in value, then you might want to get out of gold and silver. But I believe what's been shown over history is that as we continue to run large deficits, as our country continues to go further and further and further into debt, as our politicians continue to kick the can down the road, as the Federal Reserve continues to print money and devalue the dollar, those are the underlying fundamentals that cause these precious metals to go up in value. And if you believe those fundamentals have changed, and maybe your broker out there has, then you want to maybe get out of precious metals as an investment. But as I said before, I believe that the fundamentals are stronger than ever before, and they're getting worse. Our deficit, I don't believe in the next 4 years, any 1 year will be less than $1 trillion. I don't see the government cutting spending. I don't think they have the political will. If they do, great. I hope they do. I hope they do fix it. But one of the great things that I love about silver is whether you're a doom and gloomer or whether you believe that the global economy is going to take off, silver is still a great place to have some of your money, I believe. One of the reasons I like silver so much is because of all the industrial usages. There's over 10,000 different industrial usages for silver, and silver industrial usage is predicted to go up by 50% in the next 5 years. Do you think that people in India or China might start using cell phones and computers more? There's about 3 billion people in each of those continents and countries that are going to start using electronic equipment. Every one of those electronic equipment, every one of them have silver in them. So the industrial demand, if the global economy picks back up, silver is going to be in higher demand than ever before. So, Jake, when we look at it, I don't really see a downside for silver. And when I look at our club is about so much more than investing in silver, and especially with all the benefits that we add of really giving people no downside. I think it's the safest bet for anybody out there.
Right. Well, Chris, I got to say that was very eloquently said. I'm not sure anybody could say that any better than you just did. Let me take a quick stab at that exact same question, just from my standpoint. And I would probably say I don't know about all that. All I know is I'm getting my coin every month for free.
That's right. So, but somebody's going to say that to you. Hey, what about my broker? I don't know about your broker. I just know I'm getting my coin for free. Is your broker giving you your stocks for free? Is your broker giving you tax advantages that are going to more than pay and offset the cost of that coin? You see, there's no downside. to what we do. There's only upside. I'm going to try to open up a couple lines, take a couple questions real quick. Timothy Casino, are you out there, Timothy? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Tim, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, real good.
Awesome, buddy. What's your question?
Oh, I don't have a question, but I'm just I like about the tax write-off. I think that's fantastic.
Awesome, buddy. Well, I saw that you had your hand up, but thanks for being on the webinar tonight. We appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, have a good night. Guys, if you have a question for me real quick, put your hand up, and I will call on you guys if there was anything that I missed tonight or any comments that you guys would like to make or questions of me. Just put your hand up real quick, and I'll call on you. Is it Ranjan? Aurora? Are you there? Ranjan? I'm not sure if you're coming through. Maybe your mic's not on, Ranjan. All right, let me try somebody else. Alton McDonald. Hey, Alton, how are you?
Hello.
Alton, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, buddy. You got a question for me?
Well, I got more than a question. I got a comment. As you guys know, I'm a real silver expert. And that broker that made that comment is a real bonehead because he can't make any commissions on silver or gold. And furthermore, he's illiterate when it comes to the fact that how much silver is out there and what kind of shortages there's going to be in the future. And what you said before with Ben Bernanke is right on target. Those two things are going to balloon silver on a percentage basis past gold so much it's incredible.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And,
hey, listen, one thing on your Facebook, if you,
no, I got it. I know you sent me a message on Facebook. I'll get back to you on that, okay, Alton?
Thank you very much.
You got it, buddy. Thank you. You know, one of the things that I would suggest is that you arm yourself with some information about silver. There's a great book that I'd like to recommend to everybody that's on the webinar tonight. It's called The Silver Bomb. The Silver Bomb. It's by a gentleman named Michael McDonald. You guys want to write that down. Michael McDonald, The Silver Bomb. Now, some people say they have lost me now. Can you hear me okay, Jake?
I'm still here. I can hear you.
Yeah, let me see if I... Philomena?
Yes.
Hi,
yes.
how are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing great. You got a question for me?
Well, I am opening up a new office. I am a life and health insurance, and I provide tax-free retirement planning and tax-deferred annuities and things like that, fixed indexed annuities. I'd like to ask if I can sell any of these coins in my office, my storefront.
Well, not only that, but for financial planners like yourself, are you currently a representative with Numis?
I am.
Well, great.
I just joined on Friday.
Well, welcome aboard. We have a special financial planners package that we have available in $25,000 and $50,000 packages that a lot of our financial planners sell, and there's a 10% commission on that for financial planners. But it's a package of numismatic gold and silver coins that are really hard to find coins that you can't get anywhere else. And I'd be glad to talk to you more about that when we get back from the cruise.
Okay, wonderful. Have a great time.
Thanks a lot for being on tonight.
Thanks.
All right, let me go out to Frank Siebert. You there? Hey, Frank, can you hear me? Guys, if you don't have a microphone or your mic's not on, I might not be able to call you out tonight. Frank, try Frank one more time. All right, Frank, I'm not getting you. Let me see if we got any more questions. I see one from Richard Gonzalez. Richard, are you there? Hey, Richard, can you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine, buddy. How are you?
Awesome, doing great. How are you?
Doing excellent, man. You got a question for me?
Yeah, man. I just have two questions. You already answered them. I just didn't catch them. I wanted to. What was the name of that book again? The Silver.
The Silver Bomb, B-O-M-B, the Silver Bomb.
All right, awesome. And the other one was, what did you say was going to influence the price of silver and gold? The fundamentals again?
Say that one more time.
What were the fundamentals that would influence the price of silver and gold?
Sure. The fundamentals that are impacting the price of silver and gold are, number one, the value of the U.S. dollar. I believe that the value of the U.S. dollar has a direct impact on the price of commodities, specifically precious metals. Over the last 12 years, we've seen the value in the dollar continue to decline as our Federal Reserve continues to debase our currency by printing more of it. So I don't believe that over time the Federal Reserve is going to print less money. So I think you'll see commodities and specifically precious metals continue to go up. Another problem is the huge amount of debt that's been accumulated around the world. That leads to economic uncertainty. And just like with Y2K, as I talked about early on in the webinar, when people are not certain about things, they always turn to precious metals as historically a store of value. So I think those are two of the major underwriting fundamentals that are going to always affect precious metals. But along with that, silver specifically has such a huge demand in the industrial applications, from everything from medical equipment to electronics to solar panels. There's over 10,000 industrial applications for silver, and it's a metal that once you understand the fundamentals behind silver, you realize that today there is actually less above ground silver than there is gold. Today there's only a little over 1 billion ounces of above ground silver, and there's about 2 billion ounces of above ground gold. Yet silver is the silver to gold ratio is 55-1, even though there's less of it. Now there's more silver in the ground, but above ground, what's been mined, mostly all the silver, about 96% of all the silver that's ever been mined has been used, and it's not recoverable. So that's a couple of big reasons why I personally like silver so much. Let's see, Tim. Let's see if I can get your mic back over. Tim, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I am.
All right, buddy. How are you?
Good.
Good. You got a question for me, or did I not put your hand down?
Well, my hand is down. We just talked just a little bit ago.
Okay. All right. Let me go see if I can pick up the last few people then. Tony Romo. Tony Romo. We got the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys on the line. Hey, Tony, how are you? Tony, can you hear me?
Yeah, the line was cutting out a little bit. Yeah, I just had a quick question, just to clarify.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
For the net event, if we already have 8 points, does that mean that we can do the whole weekend?
Yes, if you have 8 points for the net event, then you are invited to the Sunday training as a guest, and just encourage you to go get 2 more reps in the next month.
Oh, don't worry. I'll have them by the end of the month, that's for sure.
Fantastic. Get on there, buddy. We want to see you qualified for some of those drawings for the $1,000 in free silver.
I'm on it. Thank you, sir.
All right. Good talking to you. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it, buddy. All right. Let's see if we got any more questions. We're going to wrap things up tonight because I have to go pack. I don't know about you, Jake. Have you started packing yet?
No, I haven't. I've been crazy busy all day. I haven't even started.
I know, man. You're like me. I got Mr. Dave Angelo with his hand up. Dave, buddy, are you in Fort Lauderdale now?
Talking to me, Chris?
Yeah. Did you raise your hand?
Oh, no, I apologize. That was early to let you know that we could hear you.
Oh, okay. Thanks, buddy. Well, hey, man, we're looking forward to seeing you. Tell everybody a little bit about these Numis vacations. I know that you've been on quite a few with us, and are you already down in Fort Lauderdale?
No, I'm getting ready to pack as soon as we get off this webinar.
You're flying in the morning?
Yeah, I'll be there real early in the morning.
Okay, buddy. Well, go. You're like me and Jake, last-minute packer. My wife, I think, she started packing about 4 days ago.
Yeah, well, look forward to seeing you both there.
All right. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you there. All right, guys, one other announcement. Well, let me ask Dave real quick. Dave, you are the Monday night webinar is canceled for tomorrow night, right? Dave?
Yes.
The Monday night webinar.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Is the Monday night webinar canceled, correct?
Yes, it is, Chris.
Okay, so we will start the Monday night training webinars that Dave does because he cannot do it tomorrow night because he's going to be on the boat, but he will start back up on the 14th. So, guys, hey, we really appreciate you being on here tonight. Jake, look forward to seeing you on the boat tomorrow, buddy. And thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out with us on Sunday night. You guys make it a great week while we're out on the boat and get qualified for the net event and for some of that free silver. Good night, everybody.